안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Thursday's edition of the Culture Wave. I'm Kwon-Soa in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-technology, K-people, K-everything. And before you realize, you'll be booking your flight to Korea. Now today we're joined by our Thursday co-host Bella Kim in the studio. Hello Bella.
Hi Soa, and hello to everyone joining us today on the Culture Wave. I'm Bella, back again to co-host and fill you guys in with some exciting K-entertainment news.
Bella, have you realized that in the past couple of years we have a significant increase in Korean culture-related programs on Arirang TV as well as Arirang Radio?
Right, because there's a higher demand in everything K-culture, and that's why our program, the Culture Wave, was launched as well.
Of course, that was back in October.
Right.
And actually also in October, a program on Arirang Radio called Culture Crunch has been launched back then as well. So why am I mentioning a different program on our show? It's because the DJ of Culture Crunch is going to join us today for our Hallyu People segment.
Exciting.
But first, Bella, it's your time to shine.
Bella time!
And we're going to start off with K-entertainment news today.
Right.
And we're going to actually take off from where Walter left off before, because he mentioned how two members of BLACKPINK really have been big on the Billboard charts. Now today we're going to talk specifically about Rosé, but it's some other impressive news, right?
Right, Rosé never lets us down. Rosé has been nominated for 2 American Music Awards. On Wednesday local time, the AMA, one of the main music awards in the US, officially announced this year's nomination, and Rosé secured 2 nominations this year: Collaboration of the Year with Bruno Mars with their hit song 아파트, and Favorite K-pop Artist. Rosé is actually the first K-pop artist to receive a nomination for Collaboration of the Year at the AMA. And Rosé has continued her long run on the US Billboard Hot 100 with 아파트, as Walter mentioned yesterday, and as it remains on the chart for the 26th consecutive weeks. And now alongside with Rosé, 80s, BTS Jimin and RM, Stray Kids were nominated for Favorite K-pop Artist, and it's actually 80s' first time to be nominated for the AMA since their debut. The 2025 AMA will live air from Las Vegas on May 26th local time, and all awards will be determined by fan voting that will be open until May 15th local time.
Oh, by fan voting, which means I can vote as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll make sure to vote. I won't tell you who I'm going to vote for, though. But Bella, let's continue with some more impressive milestones made by K-pop artists. And this time it's about a group.
Yes.
Which group are we talking about?
We're going to be talking about NCT Wish. They have managed to create their first million seller with their second mini album, Pop Pop. According to Hanta chart, the album released on April 14th sold about 1,087,000 copies in the first week, breaking the group's own highest records for both first week sales and pre-orders. The album Pop Pop's title track of the same title is a dance pop song that combines bouncy melodies and the group's refreshing sensibility. NCT Wish have shown phenomenal growth from the start, and they have risen to the ranks of million seller for the first time in just about a year since their debut.
Wow, a million seller in less than a year since their debut. That is amazing. Now, for our last story, Bella, we're going to turn to a Korean OTT series.
That's right. Disney Plus original series, 9 Puzzles, just dropped its teaser trailer. The new series is a mystery thriller that delves into the secrets of a serial murder case that restarted with mysterious puzzle pieces, starring Ina, a profiler and the sole witness of an unsolved case from 10 years ago, and Hansem, a detective who continues to suspect Ina as a suspect. 9 Puzzles is a collaboration between director Yoon Jong-bin, known for his works Narco Saints and The Spy Gone North, and actors Kim Da-mi and Son Seok-gu. The series will be exclusively released on Disney Plus in 3 blocks. First 6 episodes on May 21st, 3 episodes on May 28th, and lastly 2 episodes on June 4th.
Well, Bella, I tried to really focus on your report, but I was getting goosebumps by seeing the trailer and listening to that song in the background. So I'm really excited about that one coming up. So thank you very much, Bella, for those updates today.
Yes, I'll stick around.
And now it's time to go over to our AI anchor Ari for other culture-related news. Ari, take it away.
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. To mark Family Month in May, 3 national arboretums across Korea will open their doors free of charge. The Baekdudaegan National Arboretum, Sejong National Arboretum, and National Botanic Garden of Korea native plant will offer free admission from May 1st to 6th, with a range of family-friendly cultural events. At Baekdudaegan, visitors can enjoy bee-themed immersive activities and browse a local flea market featuring regional specialties. Sejong Arboretum will also host a lively lineup, including magic shows, diverse performances, and a special exhibition showcasing plants used in desserts. Korea's southern port city of Busan is offering nearly 50 new tourism packages for foreign visitors, in collaboration with the Busan Tourism Organization. The packages include one-day tours, customized theme packages, and regional tours. The one-day tours provide convenient transportation for tourists to explore Busan with ease, while the customized theme packages cater to individual interests. The regional tours offer opportunities to tour around key southeastern cities, including Pohang, Ulsan, and Gyeongju. These tour packages are available for purchase on online travel platforms, including Klook, KKday, and Trip.com. Illegal distribution of Korean content overseas surpassed 414 million cases last year, with webtoons accounting for 70% of the total. Park Jong-yeol, director of the Korea Copyright Protection Agency, said copyright violations operate through complex, borderless networks, causing significant losses even for big-name companies like Kakao Entertainment, noting that Korea's copyright industry is worth 208 trillion won, or some $145 billion, making up 11% of the national GDP. Park highlighted the need to respect creators and their original content. The Copyright Protection Agency and the Culture Ministry declared this year as the Year of National Copyright Protection on Wednesday, marking World Book and Copyright Day designated by UNESCO. That's all from me. Keep it tuned to the Culture Wave.
We live in an era of quickly growing integration of artificial intelligence, and it is affecting not only how contents of culture and arts are created, but how people enjoy them as well. And while AI brings new contents with great convenience, it also raises new issues in our society, prompting us to find ways to address them. Jin tells us more.
An elderly couple who have farmed pumpkins their whole lives is visited by messengers of death, which they fend off with their special pumpkin soup. This is a short fantasy horror film created with generative AI in just 5 days. It garnered international acclaim, winning both the Grand Prize and the Audience Award at the inaugural Dubai International AI Film Festival in February. This opened a new era for AI films. It's a glimpse into the future of filmmaking, one where AI can write scripts, edit visuals, and even generate sound effects. But this innovation comes with challenges.
When films use AI for scenarios, scripting, editing, or effects, we require creators to disclose its role to ensure transparency.
These disclosures highlight growing legal and ethical questions. Who owns an AI-generated film? The creator, the AI developer, or both? And how do we balance artistic innovation with accountability? Beyond filmmaking, AI is reshaping how people consume culture. It's driving hyper-personalization, where algorithms tailor content to individual tastes, moving away from mass-market trends.
AI has amplified personal preferences. People now seek content that matches their unique interests, and this will shape the future of culture and arts.
Yet this trend has a downside. Hyper-personalization risks deepening social divides, as some embrace cutting-edge technology, while others feel left behind. This digital alienation raises concerns about access and inclusion in an AI-driven world. As AI continues to transform the creative landscape, policymakers face a new challenge: fostering innovation while addressing its societal impacts. Striking this balance will define future cultural trends. 이은진, 아리랑 뉴스.
If Arirang TV has the Culture Wave to provide you with your daily dose of K-culture issues at 2 p.m. Korea time, Arirang Radio has Culture Crunch for listeners and viewers alike to crunch on a different flavor of K-culture every day at 11 a.m. Korea time. Now, for today's Hallyu People, we have invited the host of Culture Crunch to our program, Joel Lane. Joel, welcome to the Culture Wave.
Hello, thank you so much for inviting me. It's very great to be here.
Thank you for joining us. So you're the DJ of Culture Crunch,
yes.
And it's been around a month now that you have been picked as the next DJ of Culture Crunch. So first off, we didn't get the chance to say this. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Many people have been congratulating me on it, and it does feel really great to be part of the Arirang family. And also
nice.
To have my own show.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so please introduce yourself a little bit to the Culture Wave viewers, and also a bit first about yourself.
Okay, so for those of you guys who are watching this right now, my name is Joel. I am the current host of Culture Crunch on Arirang Radio and TV. I was once a K-pop idol many years ago, and then after that, ended. I moved forward into doing just everything, really. These days, I'm doing a lot of acting, and I am also doing this, of course, the radio. I do variety shows occasionally. And I just kind of do everything. It's kind of like I just enjoy being in front of a camera and having fun, and it just comes really naturally. So that's basically what I do now.
You are a natural. So how do you feel about your new role now as DJ of Culture Crunch?
Well, I was actually a guest DJ on Arirang Radio since I was an idol, so like 10 years. And I was always waiting for that moment. I was like, one day I'm gonna have my own show. And then finally, out of nowhere, I was like, hey, do you want to host your own show? And I was like, yeah. So it's really like a blessing, and it's a lot of fun to be able to do it. I'm not gonna lie, it is challenging sometimes, given that, there's such a huge variety of people and events and things that we have to cover. But I learned a lot while going about this show, but I do have a lot of fun while doing it. So it's an honor, and it's a pleasure, and it's a dream come true. I'll get into it a little bit more later, but yeah, it is definitely.
We have to agree with a lot of you that you just mentioned.
Yeah,
it's really fun, but also challenging to talk about all of these culture issues.
So you are the host of Culture Crunch. We want to know more about this program. Please introduce your program, the Culture Crunch. Crunch?
Okay, so Culture Crunch is a radio and TV program that kind of touches all the bases about Korean culture. So, other shows they might cover K-pop or drama or certain aspects of Korean culture, but Culture Crunch kind of covers everything. So every single day, including the weekends, we have a different sort of, how would you say, like a theme for the shows that we do. So, we have days where we interview experts in their field living in Korea. We also interview singers as well. We have different segments where we learn Korean. So we'll bring in Korean language experts and we kind of learn Korean together. In the weekends we kind of cover, how would you say it, maybe bands that not that many people would know, but we kind of do our best to expose their talents and all the great music you have. And we also even have a literature day where we kind of cover Korean literature. So you get to really have a taste of everything, current events even, just everything that you can imagine. It's kind of like the 종합 program, the total, you get a little bit of everything. So, this, in my opinion, I'm not being biased, I'm just saying, but in my opinion, it is, if you want to get a very broad look at every aspect of Korean society and Korean culture, then Culture Crunch, tune in.
But also Culture Wave.
Culture Wave!
And Culture Wave.
Culture Wave.
Okay, we are not rival programs.
No, you guys,
Not at all.
We're good. We have
We're
we have our own roads that we travel, but we love each other anyway.
Of course. And I have to mention my favorite part of Culture Crunch is when you have the live performances of bands and also solo singers. That's my favorite part.
Definitely.
Now let's go back to you. You mentioned, Joel, that you are also acting these days.
Yes.
So, and I heard that you, as you said, you were a member of an idol group, and you're also an actor. You're a voice actor, and also a model, right?
Yeah. I just came back from Milan not too long ago, so
okay, wow.
that was fun.
Milan.
I try to do everything I can. But.
Right, so you're such a pro end jobber, I would have to say, but much of that is related to K-culture. So what do you think of the Hallyu phenomenon?
Well, I moved to Korea many years ago in 2006. And at that time, the Hallyu was just starting to be born. It was nothing like it is now. So I never really thought too much about it until I remember I went to the States sometime in like 2010, somewhere around there. And I remember starting to see K-pop singers like on American TV. And I was like, wow, this is bigger than I thought. And I mean, even now, it's just huge. Like, it rivals, Korean movies and dramas rival Hollywood in some ways. Korean music also rivals, the top singers in whatever country. So I'm very proud because the culture that I grew up in and the industry that I work in, it has exploded to such a level that I can't help but be proud. And in a way, even though, I make fun of myself, I poke fun at myself as saying like, oh, my K-pop group failed and all that stuff. But to be honest, I am proud because in a way, I am a part of the Hallyu wave. So I feel a little bit that's why I think maybe that's why I feel so much pride in the Hallyu wave. Yeah, definitely.
You should be. You should feel that pride.
Yes, definitely. And you are in Korea right now, but you were actually born and raised in the U.S.
Yes.
So how did you kind of first get interested or get involved in K-entertainment industry? Okay,
so get ready for this, everybody. So when my dad was in the U.S. Air Force. So, you move constantly when you're in the military. And I came with my whole family to Korea. And at the time, I lived in Songtan, like 부대찌개 Songtan, so I moved down to Songtan. And then actually, Arirang has a really big part of me debuting, to be honest with you. So I've mentioned this before in other interviews and stuff, but I didn't know much about Korea when I first came here. So I actually tuned into Arirang Radio at that time in 2007-ish, right? And there was a certain program that I listened to every single day when I could. And that was a show called Midday Break. And it was hosted by DJ Isak. And when I see someone that looks like me, that is the same ethnicity as me, half Korean, half white, someone that is of mixed blood, and I really looked up to Isak 선배님, a lot. So I listened to it all the time, and Isak actually invited me to Arirang.
Oh, wow.
And I came here for the first time ever just as a guest to come look in 2007 or 8 or something like that. And from that moment, it was kind of the catalyst that was like, okay, if she can do it, then I can do it. So I want to try. And of course, it happened. So yeah, so I think that Arirang definitely has a big place in my heart. So to be able to work here after all these years is really fascinating to me. It's like, oh, look how life works out, you know? It's very interesting.
So you're living your dream,
Yeah.
and you're promoting K-culture to the world. And besides being the host of Culture Crunch, in what other ways do you think you are promoting the Korean wave to the global audience?
Okay, so actually, I have been approached several times to work for various different organizations, whether it be with the government or not, to promote Korean culture and various aspects of Korean life. So I've worked to promote various sightseeing things that you can see in Korea. I've been approached for the Jewe Dongpo community to expose Korea to overseas Koreans that maybe aren't so familiar with their roots and things like that. So also, I do lots of YouTube work. When they call me, sometimes I'll go out and, do what I can to kind of promote Korea to the world. And I take a lot of pride in being, ethnically part Korean, because it's something that I was never really that exposed to growing up, but I realized just how special it is to be mixed like I am and to get to appreciate many different cultures. But Korea, me living in Korea, finding my independence in Korea, finding my adulthood in Korea, growing up here, it just has a special place in my heart. And to be honest, I have no intention of leaving. But yeah, so I do identify a lot with that, and I think that when I get called to do these different things to promote Korea on various platforms, I have absolutely no problem with it. I'm more than willing to do it. So if anybody, wants to call,
Well, I can't imagine that many other people who have similar background to you will be very inspired by your activities.
Yeah. So, I just got to say this, you never know what's going to happen until you try, right? I didn't know what was going to happen. I just tried. And it happened. So you just gotta try. Keep an open mind. That's how you become assimilated and become familiar with who you might actually be as a person.
Right.
It's a very positive message to everyone. And you will continue to promote Korea through your program Culture Crunch. What do you want the listeners or the viewers to take on from your program Culture Crunch?
I actually, when I received this question, I really had to think about it. I was like, I think, and I've always thought this, especially as I've become more familiar over the years with Korean culture, is that a lot of people, especially overseas, they might look at Korea and like, oh, all these really great K-dramas and all these K-pop and all this stuff. And while K-pop and K-dramas are awesome, they are great, there are so many aspects of Korean culture that, maybe it isn't as easy to learn about, but are as equally, if not more fascinating. And I'm a big advocate of understanding, the intricacies of Korean culture, Korean history, it's just everything about Korea. So what I want my listeners on Culture Crunch to take away is that there are so many different things about Korea that are beautiful, that are fascinating, that are interesting, and that are worth learning about. And I think that's where I step in, so I can help these people learn about it and kind of be able to connect to Korea in a different way than just through the regular avenues of like K-pop or something like that.
Joel, it's already almost time to let you go. But
already?
Finally, yeah, that's all.
That's fast.
It's because our show is a little shorter than Culture Crunch, maybe.
Oh, okay, I see. Don't worry, it's all right.
But finally, what are your aspirations as a DJ spreading K-culture? Or is there anything on your wish list that you want to do on Culture Crunch, or maybe a special guest you want to invite?
Okay, so this ties in a little bit to, or a lot rather, to the last question, in that I think my goal here, my aspirations here is to really just take it one step at a time and, invite more and more and more guests so that not only me, but our watchers and listeners can learn as much as they can. I mean, the sky is the limit as far as I'm concerned when it comes to who I want to invite on our show. But I mean, just the top of the top at some point, we're just starting out, or me as a DJ, I'm just starting out. So I just want to take it one step at a time, and as I'm promoting Korea and I get to share the beauty of Korea, invite bigger and bigger and bigger guests. And while each guest is precious and it is an awesome experience each and every time, I just want to invite as many people as I can so that me and the listeners and watchers can learn as much as we can.
Well, you could consider us
Yeah.
as guests.
Yeah. Hey, call them. We need to have them on the show. It's like culture, you know, culture wave,
yeah.
culture
That would be
crunch.
actually very fun.
Yeah, we're making a collaboration, collabo.
Collabo. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Joel, for being our guest today.
Thank you for
I
inviting
guess
me.
it has been a very unique experience for you, right? Because
yeah.
you're the one who usually has to interview.
I was saying that. I was like, I'm usually interviewing people. Getting interviewed is strange to me. Like it's very foreign, but it is fun to finally get to talk comfortably instead of having to, you know, like ask the questions all the time.
All right. It was very fun listening
Thank
to
you
your
very much.
stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And thank you, Bella. As always, we're going to see you back again soon.
Yes, very soon.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave for your daily dose of K-culture issues.